Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tar Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Sirapam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadhaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dena Bandho Jagat Bade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prisavano Sade Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Paditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivajari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Maduram Madhurevyopi Mangalevyopi Mangalam Pavanam Pavanevyopi Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So reading from Eastern section, second wave, text number 210. So the next verses are very beautiful, very actually, especially the next one is a famous verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, which Rupa Goswami is mentioning here. Sarva Vedanta Saram He Sri Bhagavatam Mishyate Tatra Samrita Triptasya Nanyatra Syat Tarati Kvachit. So service to the scriptures is illustrated. Srimad Bhagavatam is declared as the essence of all Vedanta philosophy. One who has felt satisfaction from its nectarian mellow will never be attracted to any other literature. Of course, all the Vedic literatures are nectarian, and as explained here, so Sarva Vedanta Saram. So Saram means the essence. And of course, even Bhagavad Gita is there, and reading Bhagavad Gita, we can get so much knowledge and satisfaction. And Prabhupada used to say, so Bhagavad Gita is for the beginners, and Bhagavatam for those who are more advanced, and the Chaitanya Charitamrita is for those who are most advanced. So, Tad Rasamrita Triptasya. So the Bhagavatam, Tat refers to the Bhagavatam. Ras, it is full of ras, transcendental mellow. as mentioned in the first verse, Mangalacharan verse of the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Bhakti Ras, already the name is there of the book. Bhakti Ras Amrita Sindhu. Bhakti Ras is there. The mellow of the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Amrit, that is nectar. Sindhu, it is an ocean of nectar. And in the first verse, Akila Rasamrita Murti. Prasimara Ruchi Ruditara Kapali. Kvarito Shama Lalito Radha Prayayan Vidur Jayati. So Krishna is the embodiment of all rasas, of all transcendental mellows. And then specifically the gopis are mentioned, which is his dearmost. And amongst them Srimati Radharani is there. So by reading the scriptures we can, devotional scriptures, and as the Bhagavatam, which is the essence of the Vedanta, Vedanta, the Vedic literatures are there, Vedas. So but the essence of the Vedas is Vedanta, Sutra in short. And the essence of the Vedanta is the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is about Krishna. Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. And but the different incarnations are mentioned also. Ete chamsakalapam sam Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. So Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. And all the others are his expansions. But then the essence of the Srimad Bhagavatam is the 10th canto, which is about Krishna's pastimes. Krishna's pastimes in Braj, and then Krishna's pastimes in Mathura, and Krishna's pastimes in Dwarka. So, and the essence of the 10th canto is the first part, which is about Krishna's pastimes in Braj. And the essence of the first part is the Rasa Panchadhyaya. Panchadhyaya, the 5 chapters discussing Krishna's Rasa Lila, the transcendental dance which Krishna is performing with his most beloved, the gopis. Sharad Purnima or Kartik Purnima. And so the devotees are taking great pleasure and satisfaction from hearing these wonderful pastimes which are there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And so, and especially the Gauri Vaishnavas, the followers of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is not different from Radha Krishna, is also Swayam Bhagavan. And so he established the Yuganama, the chanting of the holy names, but he gave Braj Bhakti, and specifically also Undad Ujjvala Ras, and the transcendental loving sentiments between Krishna and his most beloved gopis. So that is there in the Rasa Panchadhyaya. It's about the Ras Leela. And then other chapters are there. The Venu Geet, the 21st chapter, and the Pranaya Geet, showing the loving sentiments of the gopis, and then Jugal Geet, and again, Radha Krishna, they are united at the gopis after the Ras Leela, and after Krishna had left all the gopis, and then again they are reunited. So that is the essence of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And so Rupa Goswami in the Nectar of Devotion, so he's step by step explaining about the process of devotional service. By following that, we can advance more and more in our spiritual life, and then we can take shelter of Krishna. And so the devotees, they feel great satisfaction from reading the Bhagavatam, especially the 10 cantos, the Gauri Vaishnavas, especially those who are more purified in consciousness, those who mostly also have previous impressions, purva samskar. And then they can really appreciate. And so then we see. And then, as mentioned, anyatra syadratihi kvachit. So never kvachit, never they will be attracted to any other literature. So that refers, of course, to ordinary literatures, but especially our acharyas in our line, they have given wonderful literatures for our benefit, like Ji Goswami has presented Gopal Champu. That is a wonderful book about Krishna's pastimes, and that is in two parts. First part is about Krishna's pastimes in Braj, and then the second part is about Krishna's pastimes in Mathura and Dwarka. And Ananda Vrindavan Champu is there by Kavikarna Purna. And so many wonderful literatures are there. And Chaitanya Chaitamrita, which is about Mahaprabhu's life. And when we hear about Mahaprabhu, then again, so we hear about Krishna also, because Krishna is always there in the mind of, in the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or Radha Krishna. So, but besides these literatures, the devotees are not attracted to any other literatures. So next verse. Ata maturaya yatha adivarahe maturam cha prityajya yonyatra kurte ratim muro brahmadi samsare mohita mama mayaya. Translations of Mathura and other holy places. Illustrated in Varaha Purana. The fool who gives up Mathura and develops attraction for some other place wanders in the material world, birth after birth, bewildered by my Maya. So definitely one who is living at the holy place of Mathura or Braj, so he's a foolish person. Mohita mama maya, he's bewildered by my maya, my external energy. And so that fool will simply, muro means a fool. Brahmati samsara, he will wander in the cycle of birth and death of this material world. So, yes, so the devotees, and they understand this very well, but materialistic people, they don't understand that. And of course, even some neophyte devotees may not understand also. And we have seen also sometimes some devotees come to Vrindavan. Of course, we have to see why this came. What was the motive? Many have come from Indian families, not so well to do. They come to Mathura, to Vrindavan, they come to our temple, even they serve the deities. And then they become also attracted to the opulence of ISKCON. And then they see a chance to maybe go to America or Canada or Europe. And then they're there and they're living the holy dharma, the seva to the deities. So, anyhow, of course, sometimes it is the will of the Lord also that some devotees may go there, qualified devotees, or maybe sometimes even devotees who may be a little materialistic, but so they may also go. Brahmandecha. Trailokyavartityetanam sevana durlabhahiha iya paranandamai siddhir matura sparsha matrataha. Translation, this is also illustrated in the Brahmanda Purana. The bliss at the stage of prem, which is rarely obtained even by serving all the holy places in the three worlds, is available just by touching Mathura. So, Jiva Goswami, Paranandamayi, composed of the highest bliss, here indicates one of symptoms of prem. So that is actually rarely achieved, so that is mentioned here. So, and by going to other holy places, so that bliss may not be attained. But it is easily available in Mathura. Mathura Mandal means Braj. So those who are staying in Braj are most fortunate. But then we should take advantage of this good fortune and perform our devotional service nicely. Be in good association. And then we can experience this bliss. Cheto darpanam ajanam bhavamahadavagni nirvapanam shayakayarava chandragavitaranam vidavadu jivanam anandam buddhivadanam padipadam ponamrita sadhanam sarvatma snapanam panam vijayate si Krishna sankirtanam. So actually by performing Sri Krishna Sankirtanam, chanting the holy names in japa or by kirtan, so then we can actually experience this place. Anandam buddhivadanam, and that is ever increasing. Pratipadam punamrita sadhanam. So at every step, the devotee can experience the place. So if he's in purified consciousness, then he can experience that. So, and by chanting the holy names, then the chitta, cheto, which is like a mirror, becomes cleansed. And then we may be able to perceive Krishna in the pure consciousness, in the pure heart. And then so much transcendental bliss is there, because Krishna is the source of all bliss. But in order to be then able to be fully absorbed in the loving exchange with Krishna, on a transcendental plane. So then we have to, of course, be very sincere in our devotional life, in our approach, and in chanting the holy names. So then we may be able to bathe ourselves in the transcendental bliss by chanting the holy names without offenses, with a priti, with some loving sentiments. So text number 213. So you can see that in the various Puranas these descriptions are there. Shruta smrita kirtita cha vanchita prikshita gata sprishta shrita sevita chamutara bhishtada nrinam iti kyatam puraneshu na vistara biyochyate. Hearing about remembering, glorifying, desiring, seeing, visiting, touching, taking shelter and serving Mathura fulfills all the desires of human beings. This has been described in all the Puranas. I have not elaborated this here for fear of increasing the volume of the book. Jiva Goswami commentary. The meaning of prekshita, seen, is to be seen from a distance, going close by, though not contacting directly. Shrita means accepting as one's shelter. Sevita means being served with activities such as cleaning the place. The items in this list fulfill the desires of all beings with successfully increasing power. Thus, serving is the most powerful. So next, text number 14. So just one more point here, so that so much to say about the holy places, about Mathura, as explained here, but it's just giving the essence. But even that, so much to say about that, but we don't have so much time. But so here, serving Mathura, but just even hearing about is actually already serving. Remembering is serving. Glorifying is serving. Desiring to be in the Dharma, this is seva. So, taking shelter, touching the holy Dharma. So this is all seva. So here specifically Jiva Goswami is saying also being served with activities such as cleaning the place. So cleaning the holy place, that is an important aspect also. And so many devotees are aware of that, and so therefore they will sometimes organize cleaning Vrindavan, cleaning Radha Kund area and so on. Thus, but serving is the most powerful direct service. So text 214. Atha Vaishnavanam Sevanam Yata Padme. So, okay, so here, a famous verse also. Aradhanam sarvesham Vishnur aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samachanam. Serving to Vaishnavas from Padma Purana. So she was speaking actually to Parvati. Of all types of worship, aradhanam, savesham, Vishnu aradhanam param, worship of Vishnu is supreme. And then tasmat parataram devi, so O Devi, Parvati Devi. So saying that, however, tadyanam samarchananam, serving that which is related to the Lord, so that may be his devotees or his paraphernalia, that is even superior. So different persons, they have different understandings, or they have different worshipable Lord, and they may then worship them, but supreme is worship of Vishnu or Krishna. But then, so the glories are there of serving the devotees and that which is related to the Lord. That may be the Dham also. Text number 15. Trityecha yat sevaya bhagavata kutastasya madhurishaha ratira sobhavittivra padayo vyasanardana. In the third canto it is said, by serving the devotee, one will develop a fixed manifestation of bhav for the feet of the personality of Godhead, possessed of an eternal form, the enemy of the mother demon. That bhav vanquishes one's material distresses. Jiva Goswami's commentary. According to the Amarkosh, Kutastha means that which is everlasting with one form. Kutastha also. By serving to the devotee, there will be a fixed tivra manifestation, rasa, of rati, bhav. For the feet of the killer of the Madhudima. So by serving the Ashaiva Vigraha, the abode of love, then we can satisfy the Supreme Lord, the object of our love, Vishnu or Krishna. Tivra means very strong. So Rati, Ras. And so that is there. Text number 16, Skandecha, Skanda Purana. So text number 16. Shankat Chakran Kitottanu Shirasa Manjaridara Gopi Chandana Liptango Darishtajit Chet Tad Agam Kutaha. So the Skanda Purana says, where sin is for the person who has seen a Vaishnav whose body is marked with conch and disc, who has tulsi manjaris on his head, and whose limbs are smeared with gopi chandan. So a person who is engaged in devotional service and also here specifically if one is worshipping the devotee, and then body is marked with conch and disc. So that is for the Sri Vaishnavas, or those who are worshipping Krishna in Dwarka, not in Braj. So also Tulsi Manjari is on his head, and whose limbs are smeared with gopi chandan. So here, Shirasa Manjari Dhara. That is not clear here. Tulsi Manjari is on his head. His limbs are smeared with gopi chandan. So usually Sarigodi Vaishnavas, they don't have this tilak of conch and disc, and usually also here as mentioned. So they don't put Tulsi Manjaris on his head. So but actually that we can see, so devotees will not do put Tulsi Manjari on their head. At the same time, sometimes it is offered to the Lord, especially in the form of shaligram. And so the shaligram, so of course you may worship as the Supreme Lord, and that when you're decorating flowers, garland, but then sometimes there's not so much space for Tulsi, so then sometimes it's put on the head. With the meditation that the feet are fixed there too, the lotus feet of the Lord. Pratamecha, the first canto. Yesham samsmaranat pumsa sadhya suddhanti vaigreha kimpuna dasana sparsha pada soch asan adibi. The first canto says, simply by our remembering you, it's Krishna, our houses become instantly sanctified. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your holy feet and offering you a seat in our home. So, here glorification is there of the Lord. So if you remember Him, then one becomes peaceful, one becomes happy. And then one makes sure that the environment is clean also, as mentioned here. Text number 218. Hari Purane. Ye me bhakta jana patta na me bhakta shate jana mar bhaktanam chaye bhaktaste me bhaktattamamata. Hari Purana says, those who claim to be my devotees are not my devotees. Those who are the devotees of my devotees, I consider them to be my best devotees. So this is also a famous verse. Actually this actually was speaking. So Krishna was speaking to Arjuna. So that is the mood of the devotee. We are Das, Das, Anudas. We are the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. As Mahaprabhu says, Gopi Bhattu Bhargava, Das, Das, Anudas. That is our position. We are the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. The beloved of the gopis, or the servant of Mahaprabhu. Or then, of course, then we serve the Vaishnavas also, very important. So, and this is a strong statement, those who claim to be my devotees are not my devotees, because many times we see also where Krishna's devotees. But you should rather say as much as possible. So you have to see time, place, circumstances. So also Krishna actually says in Bhagavad Gita also that those who are preaching this message of the Gita to others is very dear to me, is most dear to me. So we should always be there in the mood of serving Guru and serving the Lord, serving guests. That has to be there. Seva Bhava has to be there. So, I will stop here. Hare Krishna.